Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of Reddit Cheating Stories. My name is Shada Babas. And today I'm going to share a story of a person whose name is Arthur. He's a 29-year-old guy, and this story actually comprises on his wife as well, whose name is Hannah, and she is 24 years old. But before moving towards that story, if you guys haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel and press the balla in for the tapes. So Arthur says that me and my wife, Hannah, we are very, very close to each other. We love each other a lot. My wife is a beautiful tall girl, but our life is not that beautiful because we do not have enough money. She was a cleaner at a restaurant and I'm a boy at a hospital. Things are not going smoothly. We have to pay the rent and also pay for the groceries every month. For months. We can't get good food, get out. Sometimes my wife brings some leftovers from the restaurant, but now I told her not to take them home. I can't eat other people's food which they left in their plate. It doesn't feel right. I am losing my self-respect. But after a few days, things did change a little bit when one day I saw something and I left shocked because one day I saw a lot of money from my wife and today there was no appreciation that she got her salary. And where did she get so much money? I was shocked and a bit worried also. I was a good man. So I never mistreated anyone in my life. And this is my pride that I was never on the wrong road. I was a bit religious too and I go to church every week, but the wife is atheist and doesn't believe in God. Well, it's a decision, but I was a good man. Maybe not so special, but yes, good in so many ways. I was surprised and she was hiding the money from me, but I had seen it. I said that you have so much money. She said no, there must have been a misunderstanding. There is nothing like that. I said, I have seen the money with my own eyes. No need to lie. Tell me, baby, where did you get that money? You know what is the matter? She told me that there's a lady in the restaurant, she came in, she ate the food and left her wallet near the table and I took on the money. I said earlier, you used to bring home some food for people's plates and now you have started stealing. She said, how can it be stolen? She forgot her wallet and I got it. Then it is now mine. Right. I said it's not that simple. Maybe they will come back tomorrow to take their wallet. Then what will you do? You return all this money? I said, I don't want any problem. Return the money and give it to the manager. He said that if I give it to the manager, he will put it in his pocket. I said he should return the money to the one to whom it belongs or not. But it's his date, but you are not doing anything wrong on your part. You should return this money. My wife said that it is okay. And the next day she have returned the money. But that day, we did not have enough money to eat. The next day, my wife told me a lot of things and to me all day and she said, if you had not made me return the money yesterday, then today we will be having a beautiful decent dinner and now who will give us enough money so that we can eat? But I tell her that don't think like that. And you are also a good person. That's why I married you. My wife said that an empty stomach is not full with good things nowadays, so many things have become expensive. How will we do everything, these fucking jobs? They are not going to get us a house, a car or anything like that. How exactly are we going to get these things? If someone's thing is taken against his will, taken without his will, taken in front of him or taken in his absence, it is theft. That's why you won't do anything like that. Again, my wife was very, very angry since I said this and was not talking to me properly. But I didn't care. I knew that she will get battered by herself. I thought that my, wife would agree with me. But after some days, I again saw her hiding something and when she saw me, she said that it was nothing and changed the subject and suddenly she started to be romantic with me while she didn't even call me properly for a long time. I didn't have enough time. Maybe the woman knows how to engage a man because after that, we had a great time together and then we forgot that we had something important to talk to each other and I forgot. And the day went on like that. One day, my wife showed me and said, "I want to buy this thing. It is very beautiful, very cute wardrobe." I told her it was too expensive and we can't afford it. "Why do you keep looking at things like that we can't buy?" She said, "Can buy. So it doesn't mean that we can't see. I like this thing very much." I said one day I would have bought it for you, but I knew we would not have enough money. But my wife became silent. And after a week, I was surprised to see that she had bought the same wardrobe and it came to our house. There was a smile on my wife's face and she was very happy and was cleaning the closet and putting clothes in it. I said, "Where did you get this? It was very expensive." So she said, "A friend of mine bought it for me because my birthday is coming up." I looked into my wife's eyes and I said, "You got me. Are you making me a fool? Your birthday is in 5 months." My wife got a little scared and said, "Yes, that friend of mine is going to another country and she won't be here in 5 months. That's why she has already given me my gift in advance. She's a very good friend." I was surprised that nowadays no one is good enough to give such an expensive gift. Then my wife's friend suddenly bought it for her. And from where did this gift or this friend came from? My wife says that I do the cleaning work. That's why no one is friendly with me. But even those who were my old friends got angry with me and they also stopped sitting with me, and my wife said that this is a new friend. I have a friend who is so nice that it doesn't matter to her what I do. I did not understand the words of the wife and her actions at all. She was strange. I did not know, what's going on in her heart or something like that. And there was no justification for her words. But I also knew where my wife will get the money from. And if she gets angry, she will think that she's taking some household girls. Maybe she is her friend, or maybe she has, given a gift out of necessity. I was thinking too much. I had no money at all. But my wife supported me in every way, tried to help me. I shouldn't have thought about it that way. So I was satisfied and forgot about it. Everything was just going on fine. But one day my wife fainted. I took her to the doctor and the doctor said, "Your wife is allergic to dust. Tell her not to do anything with dust." I was surprised how all this happened on behalf of my wife. The doctor said if she works in the soil, she will faint again and her health will deteriorate. Maybe my wife got this disease from working in the soil because she's used to do cleaning work. When I told her, she was more surprised, thinking that if I don't work, where will the money come from? I told her that the money is not important, your health is important from today. You will not go to work. Now, we will live in the little money. My wife started arguing with me and she said that we cannot live with this little money, in this shadow. Well, how many expenses do we have? I want to have a baby but I don't because we don't have money. If I quit my job too, our situation will get worse. I told my wife that I'm alive and not dead. I will do something myself. You don't need to worry about it. Nothing is more important to me than your health. If your health is not there, then how will you work? Rest at home till you don't have to work in mud and dirt. I wasn't going to find any work, But, she had done a lot of work. She got silent on this topic. She didn't go to work for 2 days and she was feeling fine. She told me that I'm fine. I said that it's a good thing to rest. So you feel better. But suddenly she started saying I have to go to work. I said no need to go to work, take some rest. She again got silent on me but seemed very angry. And then what happened left me surprised because when I came home, my wife was not at home. She came home at the same time. She used to come back from work and I saw her and also had a bag which she was carrying while going to work. I came to know that she had gone to work. Then she said that I was fine and I was getting bored at home. So she left. I said, "What kind of a person you are? You are getting bored. So you will go to work. Do you like to do that work?" She said that I like to do that work or not. But I like to earn money. Yes, I said that you don't get that much money. You didn't get much money. She was still going nuts. Well, I forbade her, but she did the same thing the next day. She was sick. She was allergic to the soil, and she was going to do the same thing again and again. I started to feel that there must be something wrong. Why is my wife getting so anxious to work? Why is she getting so worried when she should be resting? One day, I thought that I would talk to her restaurant's manager. I went there and tell these people to find her, or fire her. Maybe because she would not be going to sit at home. I liked the idea so much that I went over there and I went to the manager and talked to him. When did I tell him that my wife is working here? But you have to fire her. He said, "Who is your wife? Tell me your wife's name?" I told him her name. He got confused. I wondered if he didn't know my wife. He said, "Your wife used to work here a year ago. Now, she doesn't even work here. And that's why. How can we fire her because he doesn't do her job properly and she was stealing things?" I was shocked to hear that my wife doesn't work here. She was fired from there and it's a year old, but she didn't even tell me. She said that she doesn't work here. You have a misunderstanding. I'm very worried. I didn't understand what to do then. Where did my wife go? And what did she do that made her sick? If she was working in another hotel, she could have told me. What was she hiding if she hid it from me? So it meant that there must be something wrong. Well, if I ask my wife, she is never going to tell me the truth. She confuses me so much, with her lies and everything. So I had only one way, that I have to follow my wife and see where she goes. Similarly, one day I told her that I'm going to work. And while I headed home, she immediately got ready to go to work. After finding out what it was, she left the house. I was also starting to follow her. She was going to the same place where she worked. But those people said that she doesn't work here. Then after a while I saw that she went to a shop, took something from there. And after that, she stood on the Courta road. It was a busy road and there are a lot of hotels there. It was a poor area. After a while a person stood near her. That person would stand there for a while. And then point to my wife. My wife handed over something to him. Something so small that it was not even visible from a distance. And that person gave a lot of money to my wife. I was surprised that my wife was, my God, she is selling stuff. There was something that people were secretly taking from her and she also, is sending that one secretly. I don't understand. I did that I covered my face with a handkerchief and put on my black glasses. After that, I also went and stood next to her, but she didn't look at me. I was standing behind her. I said that I wanted to. She put that thing in my hand and told me to give her $100. I gave her $100. But when the money was in her hand, I held her hand after giving it to her. She was surprised. She turned to me and saw who was holding my hand and I removed the handkerchief from my face. She was surprised to see me and was very worried. I said, "What the fuck are you doing?" She had no idea. She said, "Go straight home from here." She quietly came home with me. I asked her, "What have you been doing all this?" I was worried because I had in my hand was nothing but a truck. She was selling drugs. My wife used to deal trucks illegally. And even then, standing on the stroke, she was allergic to dust because the building was being built on the side of the road. My wife started crying badly and she said I was fired because I tried to steal from there and then I didn't know what to do. Then one of my friends told me to do it. No one will doubt you. And there was a lot of money. I was just doing it for the sake of money. I told my wife to return this stuff and never do anything like that again. Such a bad thing. By eating this, people ruin their health and life, and you sell such a thing. You should be ashamed of it. If you don't leave this job, I will leave you. My wife got upset. She said I will leave this job and she did. So she apologized and I told her that I'm forgiving you. But again, if I find out about anything like that, I will leave you. I thought my wife will never do this again. After that, she never did nothing at all. She was doing all this because we were poor. But since then I was also keeping an eye on her. Whatever she did was very wrong.